Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Token Podcast Live Stories. I'm your host and sometimes referee, zaxpear, and today I'm joined by she whose height has no equals. I would make a short pun, but she would kill me. A one, Kostya. Who is on push to talk, and I didn't hear anything she just said. Or she has me on mute. I can't tell. Just so you know, I can't hear you. Okay, 1 second. I know. Oh my god. Well, while she's doing whatever she's doing, just gonna give a little bit of a setup for this. This one's gonna be a little bit different because it's a double story. Now, those are pretty rare, but the main reason isn't because, this is one of those stories that loops back into a past, present, or future story. It's more like the first story is so short, I don't think there's enough material for it to be considered a full episode. So we're going to put it together with another story that I wasn't ever going to use because it was too short.
That should work. Yay!
Yes, it does.
Okay, I didn't have a fucking thing set for it. So I said 1 second.
Well, it's not like I started without you. Anyways. All right, so as many of you know from the last episode, due to circumstances out of my control, at birth, literally the day I was born, had to get possibly the most painful surgery any man would ever get in his life. And it's over. I'm obviously still healing, but it's over. For those who aren't sure what surgery or what specific thing, just go look at the New Year's special episode and try not to die of laughter. Because I made the mistake of inviting 3 of my bros, not realizing that one was gay, one was bisexual, and the other one just enjoys gay puns. The curse of having friends that act like you is that you have friends that act like you. I'm straight, but I am not above making puns at my friends' expenses. Isn't that right, Kostya?
Yep, unfortunately.
For those who can't see anything, or she's sitting down, I have a notorious habitual habit of unfortunately saying some very interesting puns relating to height or lack thereof, and she's heard 99% of them. She's flipping me off. Good times.
You're lucky I'm eating.
I'm just lucky that you can't get that far up. Moving on. So, I just love her angry face so much. It's therapeutic. I like making her angry after she got done pissing me off. Moving on. So, I'm going to tell y'all how that went. Don't get me wrong. The doctors didn't say anything awkward to me. Yes. Oh, I thought you had a question. The doctors didn't say anything awkward to me. It was more like very weird coincidences that got told to me throughout the time I was there. So, I get to Rush University, where the surgery is performed. Nice people, very medical area. 90% of the people you're going to see are in nurse scrubs. Everyone calls it the medical district for a reason, even if it wasn't called the medical district on paper. I go to Rush University. I end up in the wrong department, and I have to go through the tunnels and whatnot to get to the right department. And I go there. So I am in my surgical gown. I'm chilling in the bed. And immediately 3 women come in to visit me, which is immediately confusing. So they asked me, do I know what surgery is being performed today? I was like, angular corrective activities. It's like, yeah, good enough. And then I asked her, so who are you? Oh, I'm going to be the surgical assistant. I've worked with Dr. Sambarlis, if I'm even saying that name right. It's basically 2 names, but there's a T in front of the Sam. I've worked with Dr. Sambarlis numerous times. And, this should be, a life-changing thing for you. And you won't have to worry about it because I'm sure that you're going to be in good hands. So my immediate first thought is, there's going to be a bunch of women looking at my special mandible while I'm unconscious. Now, I know that theoretically, as someone who was raised by a retired nurse, not only is my respect for the medical field and nurses, surgeons, doctors in general very, very high, but my insecurities and ego and self-esteem are all in check. My ego is normal. I'm not the Vegeta Kanye West type. My insecurities are few and far between. In the literal sense, I have them, but they only bother me maybe 3 times a year. I know a lot of people are jealous or envious, but to be fair, I don't even know how the fuck I got that way. If I could teach it to other people, I would, honestly. But I know I can't ask, hey, is there a bunch of women who are going to be looking at my dick? Because, well, they may tell me yes. Now, for the uninitiated, yes, I am straight. But the thought of being unconscious, and I said uninitiated, not you. The thought of being unconscious with people with knives and sharp objects, carving, for lack of a better term, at your mandible, who are female, kind of terrifies me. It's not that I don't think they're trained professionals. It's more like, it's just a scary thought when you say it out loud. But they had a very interesting way of calming me down. They just asked me, what my job was like, what my career is like, and tried to tell me what I should and shouldn't do at post-surgery. Eventually, a co-surgeon, I guess, I'm not sure what his official title was, showed up. It wasn't Dr. Sambarlis, and he asked me about my job and my life, and I don't know, somehow we got to talking, and this man gave me some very good professional advice. It was very unexpected. I was like, okay, so who's getting the penile surgery today? Oh, we're over here. Okay, so you're Mr. Pearson? It's like, yes. Okay, nice to meet you. Did you have any questions? It's like, no, sir. Oh, you don't have to call me sir. So, we like to get a sense of, what's going on with you or what you plan to be doing after this. Well, I'm theoretically helping work on multiple projects that involve, turning books into other forms of media. And I hypothetically, which I can't tell if I am or am not, involved with a television show, which is under NDA and whatnot. So I can't tell you about it, but I don't understand my own involvement. It's like, well, what do you mean, Mr. Pearson? I got told as far back as 2018, there may be an opportunity or position to me to affiliate with this director on certain things. And then years and years later, he hits me up last September and he tells me, hey, I know what I want you to do and I got it lined up. Keep your October open. Then I was keep your November open. Then keep your December open. Then I'll tell you next year in January. And eventually I just told him, I don't know what's going on anymore. You just told me to have an open schedule on certain levels. And it basically went from him sounding like he knew what he wanted to do and where to place me to he doesn't know where he wants to place me or if he's allowed to, and forgot to tell me, or I realized it before even he did. And I don't know anymore what's going on. Well, I understand NDAs, but hey, listen, if you're having this kind of problem and they still want to try to place you, it could be a situation where because you have so many, talents that he's not sure where you belong, or it could be because you have so many talents, he's not sure where you belong, but it still should have been sorted out. I mean, this director is not his first time or anything, is it? No. Okay, well, I guess that's a good place to be in technically because you got enough skills to be able to go places. But if you got enough skills to be able to go places, maybe, try to work on more of your own things and still keep the door open, because it should be a lot more organized, especially as many times as you've been told, wait, hold on, wait, hold on, wait. But we all know, the entertainment world is chaos. And I was like, hey, that's actually some good advice. Then they explained to me the anesthesia, and like last time, I notated that I have to tell them that, hey, I'm technically a redhead or a dark auburn, a really, really dark auburn. And I'm not sure why I keep getting told to tell anesthesia people this. Oh, well, we don't actually understand or know how anesthesia works on the molecular level. What the fuck? Are you serious? And for some reason, natural redheads, they don't so much have a higher resistance or tolerance. They wake up faster than any other people do. And the only connection that we found is hair color. But we were already going to give you a stronger dosage. Why? Oh, because you're actually kind of healthy. I was like, oh, okay. I thought it'd be something more to it than that. So am I getting like double the dosage? Like, no, we were just going to boost you up to near redhead levels in general because of your health. I was like, oh, is that good or bad? You have good health for the time being. Okay. We need you to sign some papers. All right, so you may experience some temporary amnesia, and we're going to send you over to the operating room. We go to the operating room, cold as balls. I know, because mine were out. Did you just spill jelly on your, or salsa on your shirt?
Donut crumbs, like, powdered sugar.
Well, as long as you don't go near any police officers, you probably won't be in any trouble. Anyways. Oh my gosh, she dusts herself off like when I think I got a spider on me.
That had to be done.
And I immediately noticed that there's 6 or 7 people in this room, or no, I'm sorry, 4 or 5 people in this room, and only 2 of them are dudes. So I was kind of looking forward to that amnesia that went on last time. So when I was over at UIC, I told this to people. I don't remember any part of the surgery. I just remember being rolled into the room, didn't even get on the operating table. And it was like the lights went out, and then I woke up and I was like, holy shit, it worked. I don't know why. Not that I thought it wouldn't. Whatever anesthesia they use is so fucking benign and so frail that I literally remember everything. Like, I don't know if that's good or bad though. There's no memory loss. And that's the one true side effect of all amnesia. So that bothers me a little bit. But I woke up and you were there. And you were there. And my mama was there. And I soon realized, oh wait, this isn't real. Because there was like 5 people there standing over my bed. And my mama was there. And I was like, oh shit, I remember hearing about this. This has happened maybe only 10 times my whole life. This is a lucid dream, or this is a conscious subconscious dream, which is a dream where you know it's a dream, but instead of waking up, you can manipulate everything around you. This is actually the normal name for it is lucid dream, supposedly.
Yeah, lucid dreaming.
So the first thing I did was stand up and power up. No, my hair color didn't turn blonde. Shut the fuck up. I can see that thought in your head. Shining off your
in a dream, you're like, I'm gonna be a Super Saiyan.
Fuck you. That's what I wanted to happen.
Okay, we all did when we were 12, and to be honest, if we had that opportunity now, we would do it. Like that crazy dude who's like, you can do it, you just have to yell louder. And I'm pretty sure he gave himself an aneurysm in that video.
Bro, I've showed so many people that video. Oh my God. Let me stop, because he's grown probably now, but it feels wrong to bully someone for doing something stupid.
I know, I'm sure
decades ago, and when it was years ago at this point. Oh my God, it was so funny though. Anyways, yeah, if you guys are wondering what we're referring to, a long time ago, a kid made a video where he convinced himself he could turn Super Saiyan 3 by just yelling and recording it. And not only did it not happen, every so often you could tell that his circulation was being cut off. So his eyes would roll back in his head, and then he'd immediately wake back up again and then start screaming again. Oh my God. I think his name was Jalen.
There's no way that kid did not like shit his pants a little. All that force of yelling, there's no fucking way.
I won't make a joke about it, but what made me stop laughing is when some of my friends said, hey, listen, that kid may have autism. I was like, and there goes all the fun. Moving on. So,
well, I mean, they are finding more people on the spectrum, so who knows? Then, I mean, you got the Russian kid that ran out of a window when his favorite JoJo's character died. So, yeah, a lot of
What
easily
the
influenced people in
fuck?
the world. Not all necessarily on the spectrum, though.
I'm going to Google so many things later. So I looked up at the ceiling and I made a hole in it. Not like literally a force of energy. I mean like it just opened up like it was made out of liquid. And I was like, oh, I'm getting ready to fly. Then I woke up. Yeah, it was very lackluster. But my mom was there. Like actual human being mom was there. I was like, I'm awake. I just told her I'm awake. I was like, oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna get one of the guys so they can talk to you. You're in post-surgical care right now. I was like, okay. And I didn't realize it because I thought I was in a sealed off space because of the curtain. So I started standing up. I started trying to move around and seeing how much I could flex. And there was 4 people looking at me. It was very awkward. So here's something Rush does that creeps me out. Their post-surgical care room doesn't actually have 4 walls. They have 2 walls and a divider which is about 5'7" off the ground. But when you're laying in the bed, you don't see it. And then you can see all the way to the counter, to the entrance of the floor, and see the people coming in and out of this entire floor. And the bathroom is over there too. And the front desk counter. So I saw 3 nurses watching me like try to flex around and shit, butt ass naked. Mind you, there's a 5'7" wall. It still feels weird because they're looking at me while I'm doing this. I'm trying to see how flexible am I before this hurts. Let me put my leg up on the back end of this bed. Maybe see if I can just do this. And then when they notice I'm looking at them, they go back to like pretending they're doing something at the counter, but I can tell they're laughing. And then there's a whole group of like, beds in the corner angles that can somewhat see me from the opposite side of this divider. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, let me just die from embarrassment right now. Can I just bleed out right here? So then I said, why is there brown liquid on me? No, I didn't shit myself, but I got scared. So the chemicals that they use to get rid of any form of nastiness from getting into my body while they were surgically cutting my mandible and whatnot leaves a brown residue. But not like
iodine, right?
Yeah, or some iodine mixed thing. But here's the thing, they didn't get it all off me because this shit damn near matches my skin. So I literally just touched my hand in my thigh and pulled my hand off, and I'm like, is this dried blood? What the fuck? I'm not supposed to experience that time of the month.
Oh, you poor thing.
Shut up. So I was like, hey, get somebody in here. My thighs is brown. My thighs are brown.
With no context, like,
yeah.
Are you surprised that you're black today? Like, what's going on, bud?
Yeah, so the guy picks up, oh, Mr. Pearson, that's just the iodine. Oh, we in your medical bag, we got some ice for you to go under there, but we also have, a lot of wipes if you need them. Okay, yeah, let me get those medically, certified cleaning materials. They literally had fucking baby wipes. Not like, here's Rush University, chemical, medical, whatever. No, it was literally like, they went to Walgreens and got me some actual baby wipes. Pampers. They got me fucking Pampers.
Oh, good.
I don't know why that felt demeaning, but it did. So, I wiped down my balls and everything else in the general genitalia area, and I did my best to not look at the nurses as I passed them up at the front desk when I saw them to the right, and chose to not die of embarrassment, but instead go home. Well, I didn't. I went to my mom's place for a few days because, well, they have an elevator in her building. Stairs are my mortal enemy for the first 48 hours. Not even joking. So, excuse me. Oh, someone's in the texting page. Okay, you got to sit this one out. Oh, well. So, what I end up doing is essentially going back to, my younger years, and I chilled with my mom for a few days. She kept asking me weird questions that I was very uncomfortable with answering. I'm aware she's seen every inch of my body and was a nurse, but it's still fucking weird when it's your mom and it's your mandible. Two things you don't like thinking about at the same time. So eventually I go home. Why are you acting like there's a question there?
When you say mandible, I'm thinking like, teeth, jaw.
Okay, so for 40 years, mandible has been a tertiary way of describing penis. Moving on. So I go home. And the first thing I reach for, I shit you not, is my sleep gummies, which I recommend to you because they actually work in there at Walgreens. And they're so powerful, they tell you, hey, don't use more than 2 of our gummies at once. And it's over the counter, no prescription, which is crazy. And hydro, whatever they gave me, medication. There's a bunch of different hydros. I got whichever one is specifically for a surgery like this. And I made the stupid decision of mixing these 2 things together. But here's what you don't expect to happen. It clogged me up. Like, not in that, oh, my stomach hurts, nothing will come out. I mean in that I don't think I relieved myself for the next 24 hours straight, which scared the hell out of me.
That's normal though, because narcotics, they will constipate the hell out of you. There are people that have surgeries and like on day 4 of not shitting, they're just like praying for a fart, dude. They're like just lost in the world. They get desperate, and some of them, they're like, fuck it, suppositories are my friend now. You never know.
Well, that's the problem. I didn't have any pain. I just did not do it, which is even scarier for some reason. So I was contemplating essentially going to call somebody. But if you saw my place, you saw I got one of those bathroom windows, the kind where you don't want nobody know what's going on. And I had the little rectangular letter-sized window open, right? So as I'm getting ready to call a doctor or somebody to see, hey, do I need to worry about this? This is what I heard out of my window and could see through my little rectangular envelope-sized screen. Bro, that's not okay, bro. Listen. It all can't fit up there, okay? I'm not saying it because I hate you. I'm saying it because I love you. Listen, it all can't fit up there, all right? All right? Like, I got to walk another 2 blocks home. Do you really think I want to have to worry about leaking if I have to walk another 2 blocks home? Listen, there's good, there's bad, there's being experimental, and then there's this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Listen, baby, broham. This is a woman saying this, by the way. It can't all fit in there. I'm sorry. I have no idea what that conversation was about, but I immediately closed the window, started laughing, and I was able to relieve myself.
There you go.
I know that's not sarcastic, but it just felt like it.
I didn't mean it to be. Yeah, sometimes a good laugh or a cough, it'll loosen the gate for you. And it could be worse. You could have ended up having to drink milk and magnesia, I'm
gonna Google that later. So yeah, that's how that happened. Now, as like I stated, the story's too short to really go anywhere. But essentially, yeah, I fixed constipation with the magic of laughter. All right. So, second story. Now, I know a lot of people love X-Men, and like any good, massive, $100 million, billion franchise, there's more than one way to show your love. There's the toys, there's the books, there's everything in between. So here's the thing. I haven't got an X-Men volume in almost 10 years. Despite me loving the X-Men, despite me for over 13 years or about 13 years going to the Marvel writer and editor-in-chief meeting conference room that they have in C2E2, where you can talk to the actual comic book staffers, including the editor-in-chief, right? I even tried to interview him last year. He said he was interested, literally gave me his contact information, and then he never responded. Was it on purpose? Probably not. But also, he's a very busy man. It's going to be awkward when I see him next year, or I guess in like 30 or less days, but it is what it is. I have no negative thoughts about the man. If anything, I'm just in my feels about it because of all the interviews I've done and started to do of interesting people, he was right up there next to the child mercenary who canceled at the last minute. Moving on. So, fucking, I picked up X-Men Hellfire Gala. And before anyone assumes that's some demonic BS, here's the thing you have to remember. Marvel, besides writing progressive stories, not political progressive, literal, the word itself, progressive stories, because if you write the same old thing for 80, 90 years, the shit will get boring and no one will read it, or it'll just stay boring. They made their own version of the Met Gala run by the X-Men. Now, for those who are not aware, the Met Gala is a special gala or party that's meant for essentially celebrities or people with a lot of money to come through. And the $30,000 per entry goes to keeping the New York Museum of Arts and Science or the Museum of Art and something else open because it's a publicly sourced situation. So it's not about greed. And at some point in time, it turned into a fashionista mecca, but also cost $30,000 per entry still. If you look it up, like Lil Nas came in one year in like a gold robot outfit and some Air Force Ones. Not even joking. But what was cool about this one is that they used a lot of celebrity cameos in it, including Eminem. And I was like, okay, well shit, let me get this. But here's the cool thing specifically about the Hellfire Gala volume. They have a version called the Red Carpet Collection. I'm going to pull up a picture for you. And in this version, they have an entire section devoted to the designer fashion that they put the X-Men in, because they had an actual fashion designer draft up a lot of their outfits. So X-Men Hellfire Gala Red Carpet Edition. Now, when this book came out, it was $75, which is well above the normal price for a volume. Most volumes are $30 to $40, right? Do an image search. And I wanted to see this because, you know, art imitates life, life imitates art, but people also forget art inspires life and life inspires art. I wanted to see what the fashion world could be inspired to do if they mixed with the, the X-Men. And this is the only book like this, I think, that has ever existed in Marvel's history. So it's really, really rare, not necessarily a collectible, but I consider it really, really rare to come across fashionista obsessed or non-fashionista obsessed characters being dressed in high fashion. They got an entire section where they even show some of the drafts of the outfit, as well as, a big ass version. Do you see the link? It's in the private room chat inbox. Yeah, it's this book. And in the entire back of this one, it's got almost 40 pages or 20 or 30 extra pages of the designer outfits the main X-Men cast wore, and statements about the characters who wore them. Now, I'm just going to give you one brief example because, I want to support Marvel and I want people to buy the books. But I'm just going to read a particular section based on the outfit that I see. We're not going to do Colossus. Oh yeah, Mystique. Okay, so for Mystique's outfit, where's my phone? I'm gonna give you a picture of what I'm seeing. She looked damn near 7 feet tall in this thing. Now, I don't particularly think it's the best outfit, but unfortunately I have a Mystique fetish and it bothers me because I know she's an asshole. And having an asshole fetish addiction is a terrible, terrible place. I've seen many men ruin their life just because they can't stop liking a woman who's an asshole.
Women do it too.
I mean, I know, but I don't. Well, wait, no, I do know some women that have done it. Yeah. But yeah, that's what she looks like in that image. But it was designed by Steven Segovia, who's an actual designer. Those Krakoan fibers in shades of blue and white arranged in the House of Carnation's signature asymmetry beg the question, where does the shape end and the shapeshifter begin? Not feathers, not corn, not silk, but something else. Careful to those who reach out to touch her plumage. We don't know how much is the lady herself. Nothing is an accident with Jumbo's work. The shadows that fall on the gown's wearer are as much a part of the ensemble as the boning or buttons. Miss Darkholme attends unaccompanied for now, she says, a threat always in her voice. And you're not going to get that in the regular comic version. Like that level of insight. And I fucking love it. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, or maybe they turn into an annual thing. Who knows? But for the time being, I'm assuming it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to see the merger of fashion inspired by characters who have inspired generations of people. So yeah. I told maybe 20 people I had this book. Only 20 people really asked. It was like, hey, what are you doing with your extra time? I was like, well, I'm going to finally read X-Men Hellfire Gala edition. And I told them what I told you, right? So Tina, Sasha, and Malcolm came through. And I said, hey guys, did you forget I live in a very nice neighborhood in an apartment the size of a fucking shoebox? Well, yeah, but we want to see how you're doing, maybe play some games with you. It's been a long time since we did that shit. I was like, okay, fine. You talked me into it. Plus, I ain't gonna lie, I got a little bit fucked up over the course of COVID lockdown shit. So, seeing people in person, I'm not really gonna turn away. Almost even if you're a douchebag, just cause, the way I socialize was never just parasocial. I need that in-person energy sometimes. And I had no idea.
The opposite now.
You are the opposite. And, even though this isn't a new concept for me, being, isolated, because who wasn't, but it's more like isolated and technically disabled temporarily. So, if anything's going to lift my spirits, it's going to be my homies. The problem is, I forgot Sasha's hot. Not just like regular hot, or I think I'm hot, but I can't attract my friends because he enjoys making short puns about me hot. I mean, like, I've seen her without makeup and been annoyed at having a conversation with her while I'm looking her in the face. Not because she's a terrible person, but because, well, a certain part of my body has a crush on Sasha. She's a nice person. I don't know if she's in a relationship, but I'm not looking to ruin anything if she is. I'm just stating a fact. Unfortunately, I am damn near psychologically smitten with Sasha. But she doesn't know that, and she never will. So, Tina...
I mean, you're making this part of the short stories. Who's to say she won't run into it?
Common sense. She doesn't even know I have a YouTube channel. And she's not on my Facebook. So, all three of them come through, Sasha, Tina, Malcolm. And Malcolm and me is like, bro, this is fine. This book is cool, blah, blah, blah. And I start laughing because he can't see it because, well, Malcolm is 6'6". But Sasha and Tina obviously aren't that fucking tall. They're trying to read the book and look at the book, and they're trying to jump up and pull the book down. I'm just laughing like, hey, what's wrong, bro? And I was like, look down. So they make that angry face. It's like, he pauses, then looks at me. Did something short happen? And I just die laughing. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Did something short happen? I knew exactly what he meant, but I didn't at the time. It was fucking hilarious. And then all of a sudden I got this pinching pain and I stopped laughing. I was like, I'll be right back after these messages. And I just said, you know damn well we couldn't see nothing. Well, look, there's a staircase right here at the front entrance. Why didn't you just like get behind me and get on the staircase? Because we still can't see. I was like, oh yeah, you're midgets. I was like, why you say that? Why you laugh? I was like, I mean, I wasn't trying to laugh. Y'all just short. So then Sasha goes, say it without laughing, bitch. And then Tina's like, he ain't been able to do it since 5th grade. And Sasha's like, oh, you two are dating? It's like, no, he's my brother. It's like, oh, so you actually remember when he was short and humble. Yeah. And then Malcolm does, that was a long time ago, motherfucker. And I just start laughing and then my dick starts bleeding. So I'm just like, oh snap. Oh, snap. I mean,
kind of serves you right a little bit.
Only a short person would think that. Moving on. So, I was like, hey, you okay? I was like, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I was like, hey, you literally only say it like that when something fucked up happened. What happened? I'm not sure if this is bad yet, but it's okay for now. I don't like when you say that. Open the door. It's like, Sasha, I am not about to open the door when my pants are down. I was like, I humbly retract my statement. And Malcolm is dying laughing. But he sits down on the staircase in front of my front entrance. It's like, oh, thank God he finally toppled. Yeah, they just said, yeah, stay down, Beanstalk. The Beanstalk wasn't the only tall thing. You know, the guy in Jack and the Beanstalk was tall too. Do you know his name? Nobody knows his name. So I start laughing and I start hurting again. So, well, I don't know how to describe it without it sounding too fucked up even for YouTube. So I'm just going to say, I found out what they did with the wires. It terrified me. And I was like, wait a minute. I know what I can do. So I just put the antibacterial oil of grease in a ring around the rosy, so to speak. And I was like, oh, maybe, the wires were just a little dry. Yeah, go ahead. Laugh at my suffering. It's okay. I forgive you. What I
lack the dry wires.
I mean, they're wires. That was the best way I can describe them. They were dry or they were greasy. They didn't have grease anymore. So I went and got the antibacterial grease that goes on the wires. That's the nicest way I can put it without, YouTube being like, hey, bro, you just got monetized. You trying to lose that? Shit, I'm not even monetized at the time of this recording, technically.
WD-40 for dicks. I can't.
That's actually pretty funny. I can't even be mad at you. That was funny. So, I come out the bathroom and there's like, nah, motherfucker. Tina's like, nah, motherfucker, your ass is sweating. What were you doing in there? And Malcolm goes, I know what he was doing. I was like, bro, I literally think if I did that, I would bleed to death. Oh. What did they tell you were supposed to do if, you like accidentally saw some beautiful women? Not that there are any here. Like, Malcolm, Malcolm, you funny, but I feel like I get in trouble if I laugh at what you say right now. What did Malcolm say that was funny? Oh, fuck, I said that out loud. So I immediately changed the subject and go back into answering this question. Well, it got weird, actually. Now, I didn't leave this part out just to tell the story now. It was more like I didn't remember until just now. So I asked the assistant surgeon or surgical aide, hey, listen, I know you're a woman and I'm not trying to say this in a sexist way, but you should probably get that guy back in here because I have a question about what happens if I end up being in an attractive situation. Oh, well, you just have to not touch it. I was like, ma'am, there needs to be a little bit more to it than that. Well, I mean, I was like, I know trans people get it, but is it possible I can get? a temporary hormonal suppressant or hormone blocker or something. Well, Dr. Sambarlis normally doesn't subscribe anything for anybody who who gets this surgery done. Are you serious? Yes. Are you serious? Yes, sir. So this doctor just gets this surgery done. And once it's over, he's just like, tough cookies, don't touch it. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say those exact words. By the way, I'm barely paraphrasing. I'm starting to think he kind of sort of maybe just likes suffering a little bit too much. I was like, well, no, I mean, he's a good doctor. We've never had any complaints about this surgery. I was like, listen, you weren't there the day I first met this guy in person. What happened? Now, the people who saw the previous video know what happened, but you didn't watch it. So I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. So I had to get a surgical delivery of a special injection needle and chemicals that are meant to induce artificially an erection. That is the medical term. And for some reason, instead of just, I don't know, getting it mailed to the doctor's office, I had to physically have it come to me. And there was only like 2 places in the whole state who could make this thing legally. And it sat in my refrigerator for the whole entire week until I, actually went and got it used on me. It should be in the pick dump section. I'm gonna try to give you a link. Yep, it's all there. Let me see. Copy message link. Go back here. And boom goes dynamite. Yeah, just look at that link. By the way, I still have that. It's weird. They gave me 5 shots, but I only needed to get 1. But there are 5 or 4 other containers of needles and chemicals and whatnot. So I asked him, hey, listen, doc, is there something you can sedate me with, or is there some medical stuff you can put on me or on it so I don't feel this needle? Oh, no, we actually get one of the smallest needle sizes around. Like, you're not going to feel this at all. I was like, oh, okay. Well, just let me psychologically prepare. He stabbed me with this thing and he injected as hard as he could. And they heard me screaming on that entire side of the floor. Looks at me, completely calm, and says, we hadn't had any screamers in a couple months. Why are you trying to cover up your laughter? I can't hear it.
I'm on push to talk, remember?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to cover up your fist with laughter. And I swear I wanted to drop kick this dude, but I knew it would fucking hurt. When he said that, I'm like, bro, you didn't even have to fucking lie to me about it. Like, did you want to see me?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I don't know, but it's leaning towards, yeah, he wanted to see me in fucking pain. But here's the part that really, really kills me. This is the first time they've heard of anything like this. I'm like, so y'all don't even know how he is. And now, to this day, I'm still confused on if I did or didn't necessarily need or wasn't allowed to get, just a erection blocker, hormone suppressor, whatever the medical term is. To me, I think it's hormone suppressor or hormone blocker. So they didn't know this. They just know he doesn't give anybody anything. I'm just like, is it illegal for a sadist to be a doctor?
No.
Not saying the doctor is a sadist, but I think there are certain elements of his job he enjoys too much, or he just trivializes the pain because he's never had to get one of his own types of surgeries before.
Or he's into it.
Yeah, a lot of people said that too. So here I am. They hung out for 4.5 hours. We ate some pizza, and then all hell broke loose in not a negative way. I noticed that, oh shit, I hit 3,000 subs either right before the surgery, or I hadn't really talked to people about it and let them know. They said you should let people know. They left. Sasha tried to hug me, and I got pissed about it because I had to hug her. And I immediately learned the value of a cold shower and how scary they can be when you have wires in places that you normally don't. It didn't hurt, but it was psychologically traumatizing to look at. And I blame Sasha, but I can't blame her at the same time. What am I going to say? God damn it, why didn't your parents beat you with an ugly stick when you were born? God damn it, why did you have to be fucking adorable and gorgeous at the same time? You rat bastard. What am I going to do?
You deal with it.
Yeah, but no one seems to want to fucking help me, which pisses me off.
I mean, I don't even know. Like, did you try calling the doctor at some point later? You know?
No, because I think he would try to trick me into making it worse. Have you not learned that I'm very, very apprehensive about this man? All my information list him as the necessary contact. Oh, and closing out this story. So this is how it ended. So I realized, oh snap, I need to schedule my follow-up appointment because doctor said before I was unconscious, come see me in 14 days for a checkup and we can check on your progress, right? Call him up. Guess what the first thing his nurse aide tells me? Oh yeah, he's not available till the middle of March. Are you sure he's not available till the middle of March? He told me to book him for 14 days in advance. Yes. I'm looking at it right now. So what time in March or what day works best for you? No. We're not about to play with my... Let me avoid that pun and not give you ammo. We're not about to play coy with me getting a checkup. You're going to put down and look for anyone else in this. I'm saying it like I'm putting a Jedi mind trick on her and this is a phone call. You're going to look up anyone the hell else who has done or can do that surgery, and they are going to take a look and inspect me. I am not waiting for this man. Okay, are you sure? Yes. And I got booked for 14 days after the surgery, which should be next week, Tuesday or Monday. And no, next Tuesday or Monday, because 14 days, not one week. And yeah, that's weird. Also, I still have those injections in my refrigerator, and no one's told me what I'm supposed to do with them.
That's a very good question. They gave you a lot. I'm surprised
Yes.
that they didn't just like take the rest of it. Because I mean, I've even had to pick up it was like an oral sedation for, you know, even like a dental appointment. They're like, okay, well, we're gonna have you pick it up, and then you're gonna bring these bottles back, right? And I'm like, so you ordered me way more than I could possibly fucking need.
Yes.
Made me pay for it out of pocket, and then they actually kept the rest of them. But at the same time, I'm like, motherfucker, if I paid for it, what the hell? Or why didn't you just order the amount that you needed? Why would you order this fucking many? So I don't know what they did with it. The fact that they left you with like an entire fucking case of it, I don't know, man.
There's supposed to be uppers and downers, but here's the thing. Who you know needs to inject a downer in themselves or wants to?
Plenty of people, I think.
Not gonna touch that one. Okay, well, with that being said, this has been another exciting episode of Life Stories Season 3. I guess we can technically close out this season with this episode, because the last one was, you know, the New Year's special, and this is a continuation of that. And I usually like to consider every single year a different season, but this one went on a little bit longer. So with that being said, I guess we will see you guys when we see you guys.
Goodbye.